Oh, you might get burned on your next vacation. I'm not talking about the type where you fall asleep on the beach, Mare. I'm talking about because there's all kinds of stories about people who've been burned by surprise cell charges.
Yes, if you are using your smartphone internationally, you've got to set up your device for that. And then follow a few simple security guidelines too.
Yeah, Kobe Sway is here to show us what to do. He returns from AT&T. Good to see you, Kobe.
Hi, I love this topic.
Yeah, it's
really
a great topic
smart.
because when I travel internationally, which is not very often, but I've been to Mexico and Europe, and it seems like when the plane lands, people just realize like, man, I'm in a different country. I don't want to rack up all these cell charges. Then they call their cell phone company and they're trying to manage all this. Yep. What should people do before they leave?
Yeah, that's a really common thing. People forget when you travel, there's a lot of different rules that goes into place with that. So we have an application called MyATT, and I'm actually going to demo it for us right now. And it makes it really easy, okay? So you just log into the application.
So this is an app, right?
Yep, this is an app. Everybody will have access to this when you have AT&T service. It's a free app. You go in here, you go down to Plans and Features, and it gives you the ability to add the feature on the go. So you don't need to go into a store. You don't need to call us. You can do it from your phone instantly. So you just select your device, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go down to Features. You're going to go to International, right there.
How fun is it doing it upside down?
Oh, it's a blast. It's a lot easier when it's upside down.
I understand.
All right, and then you can pick where you're traveling. So if you're traveling on a cruise or you're traveling outside of the country, so you're going to pick traveling outside the U.S. We're going to pick another country.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're just following the, I mean, it's
just
really
following
simple.
step by step.
Really
So
simple.
you can manage all that right on the phone.
You can manage it right on the phone. Okay, so from here you're going to pick how long you're going to be there. Average trip is 7 to 10 days. So you're going to pick a short trip here. And then it's going to give you options. Every plan is going to include unlimited texting, so there's no cost for that. And then it has a breakdown of charges for internet and calling as well. So with that, you just pick it, you'll save it, you go to the next screen, and you'll hit submit. It's as easy as that, and you'll have international features on the go.
We're looking at something on the screen right now, Kobe. Is this related? Like I see passports. So these are the examples that you were talking about based on what your needs might be while you're on vacation. So that's what we're doing before the trip.
Yes.
Anything during the trip that you feel like the tips that lead to smart use?
Yes. Absolutely. So what you saw there was just a variety of what we offer, different plans. But before you go, you want to go into your settings on your iPhone. And then, again, very simple, you go into your cellular here. And then people always notice the cellular data is on, right?
Yeah.
That's common. If you go down here, data roaming is flipped off. So a common thing that people run into is their internet's not working when they travel. Before you land or right when you get there, all you have to do is just flip that on. What that's going to do is it's going to give you the ability to have data on the go. So iMessaging, pictures, videos, internet. And then you can also scroll down here to the bottom. Social media, pictures, videos, YouTube uses a lot of data. You have the ability to actually turn the data off on the go.
Turn each app
So
off.
you're saving money by not using as much data. Like when you're out, if you're in Mexico, for example, and you don't really need all of those features, just turn it off before you go. Because that is it, right? People probably call and say, what are these charges about? I had no idea.
You
so that's
downloaded all this data, you
word.
didn't know why.
You download a lot of data, it adds up very quickly. So like I said, it's very easy to just flip that on, but just make sure you keep an eye on it. But those are some safety features that we have on the phone.
You mentioned your app. There's another app that you recommend to folks before they travel. What is it?
The Find My iPhone application.
Okay.
Okay, so again, another application that's generally on. So an easy thing is just go into your settings. You go down to iCloud. Right, so when you're traveling abroad, sometimes you'll run into...
And we're looking at that close up right now.
On the Find My iPhone app. So it's generally on, so just make sure that's something that you flip on before you go. And then you have the ability to locate your phone using the application Find My iPhone.
Like heaven forbid somebody steals your phone.
Heaven forbid
Or you
somebody
leave it
steals
on
your
a
phone.
bus or something like that. You can go to a computer or use somebody else's phone to track that phone.
Yep, you can just go right online and you can actually just track your phone and you'll see an image of it and you can ring it, you can silence it, and you can send a message to it.
How cool is that?
Well, Mary, if you have kids, it's a feature that you use on the iPhone. I'll tell you that right now. And then there's an app called TripCase.
Yes.
Is that, what app is that?
So that's an application that you can download where you can store information for travel needs, hotel, flights. So if there's any delays or issues, you're able to see that.
Okay, TripCase is the name of that app. When we're traveling to, I know we mentioned these security guidelines off the top. Give us a few of those so that our viewers are like not getting stuck in a bind doing other things that aren't necessarily related to their phones, but certainly tie back to how we're using them.
Yeah, one common thing that what people will do is they'll connect to Wi-Fi, a public Wi-Fi or an unprotected Wi-Fi. So some safety precautions for that is make sure you're not using banking applications, making sure you're not entering any personal passwords, and you don't want to be entering any personal information, because when it's an unsecured Wi-Fi network, they have the ability to get into the device and actually see what you're typing.
Yeah. One thing I want to tackle before you get into this, Mary, is what should you do to monitor your data usage? Is there something that you can do? Because if you're overseas and you're using certain apps and your data is climbing but you don't realize it, is there a way to keep an eye on that?
Yep, the MyATT application I just showed you, you have the ability to connect to that, and it shows your international data usage. So you can see calling, texting, and internet from that application very easily and quickly.
Kobe, I am holding two very fine-looking phones.
Yeah. So
what's the story with these at AT&T right now?
So I bought both of those in there, and we have a great promotion going on, one of the best promotions we've ever had. You buy one smartphone, you get another one free. So I brought today the brand new Samsung S7 Edge and the iPhone 6s.
And you like each of these phones for different reasons, but if folks come into the store, you can talk to them about the features, the bells, the whistles. So again, this is the new one, and he said the Edge. So part of the reason they say that is because the display goes edge to edge, and it even bends around. How cool is that? And then, of course, the iPhone as well. Kobe is at AT&T at the Beverly Hills Plaza at 78th and Dodge. You can call the store if you have any questions about all of the good stuff he covered today. It's 402-393-7019. And then online, it's att.com.
I've been to that location. I've not seen you, though, Kobe.
I'm there. You're going to have to ask for me. I'm in the back.
Oh, he's in the back. You got to ask for the guy in the back. You're
you.
the guy in the back.
That's the guy in the back. That's me.
You're funny.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Still ahead, singer-songwriter.